While you're bound to occasionally add a few files to your project as you work, especially more towards the beginning of a project, most of the time you're going to need to deal with modified files when you're making your commits. So in our next set of exercises, we're going to modify a file, explore how we can compare the differences between the old file and the modified file, and then make a new commit to track that particular change. Now to do this, I've opened up the index.html file that's found in our Git Basics folder. Now, I have this opened up in Brackets, which is a code editor I really like to use. It's open source and free, but you can open up any code editor you want. Does not matter. Dreamweaver, Sublime, Coffee Cup, Coda, does not matter which one you use. You can even use TextEdit if you want, or just a regular text editor. It does not matter. We just need to make a change to the files themselves. Now, what are these set of files? Well, this is a boilerplate that I use for a lot of the exercise files that I build for my courses. I have sort of a set boilerplate that I start from, and this is it, or at least part of it. But this is part of the boilerplate that I use. Later on, we'll actually be working with exercise files that were built off of this boilerplate. So I'm trying to show more of a real-world example here. We have starting out with a boilerplate, and then slowly and surely we'll start adding things until we get our final Git reference and Git glossary that we'll be working with a little bit later on. Okay, if I scroll down in this file, I can see that I have a Modernizer script down here that's loading up some scripts in an asynchronous fashion. And I also do a test to see if media queries are supported. And if they are not supported, I load up the respond JavaScript library, which then adds the support to older versions of Internet Explorer. Nice, huh? Well, I notice here that I've got a path to the scripts.js file in the _scripts directory, and I noticed that respond is just in a JS directory, and that's a problem because there is no JS directory. So I need to fix that. This is an error. So I'm going to highlight that, and I'm just going to come in and replace that with _scripts. So just like you see up here. All right, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and save that, and I can close this file. Now, going back into my terminal window, I'm going to go ahead and just clear all that stuff off the screen, and then I'm just going to do a git status. Now, I'm still inside the Git Basics folder, so you'll notice that that's still the folder that I'm working with. And when I hit return, it's going to say, okay, everything seems to be all right, but the file index.html has been modified. You'll notice that it doesn't say untracked now, it just says modified. So that means that this is a file that has been tracked before, but it's been changed since the previous commit. So that's nice. We make a change and Git is aware of that. Now, we're probably going to want to add this to our next commit, but before we do that, I'm going to show you guys how to see exactly what's changed, and we'll do that in the next exercise.